welcome to episode 13 of the Ladywing Stitches Flosstube. My name is Zakiya, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, September 17th, 2019, so it's been 2 weeks since I've recorded, but the other video is still not out yet as I'm recording, so by the time you guys see this, hopefully episode 12 will have been out for a couple days. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to watch it, but if not, jump back and watch that, because there's a lot to catch up on. You're going to want to watch it, trust me. It's almost a whip parade, so anyway, thank you for coming back. If you're a returning viewer, if you're a new viewer, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you see something you like and get enabled, because that's what I'm good at. So, okay. Full disclosure, I just filmed 45 minutes and was like, why the hell am I only through half of my stuff that I need to talk about? I was umming and like just lost. I'm pretty sure that whole recording was just me looking lost the whole time. So I hated it and finally was like, I need to stop recording. So we're starting over. Hopefully this will go a little faster. If I am speeding through things, that's why, because I wanted to be doing something else by now. I used a whole hour, and I'm not complaining, not to y'all, it's not y'all's fault, but I wanted to be doing something else by now. I spent a whole hour looking through retail therapy and getting it all together, so I'm over this, and I want to go stitch now. That being said, there's a crap ton of stuff sitting on the couch next to me. You can only see part of it. Yeah, so let's just jump in. Okay, admin. The only thing that I'm going to mention again is the birthday sale that I talked about in episode 12. That'll be from November the 1st to the 30th, the entire month of November. There's no, like, stitch on it every day or any of that. Just jump in when you can. Anything yellow, fall, butterfly, elephant related. The two things that I didn't mention last time okay, the first one should be obvious. Anything Harry Potter related, like, obviously. I don't know how I forgot that. But also anything Gilmore Girls related, also totally awesome. Show it to me. I would love to see it. I don't know if I'm gonna end up doing prizes or anything. Maybe, yeah, don't hold your breath. I might. It'll be my birthday month, so I honestly might be in a giving mood. But yeah, I just want to, see what you guys are working on. Plus, I didn't do a birthday sale last year because I was still pretty new to Flosstube and the stitching community, still getting to know a bunch of people. So I'm doing it this year, and I would love for y'all to join me. So that is that. And the hashtag, I'll put it on the screen if anyone wants to, start showing what you're going to do for planning and all of that. It'll be hashtag Ladywing turns 23. So, okay, there's that. Moving right along. FOs. So since the last video, I have finished some things. So, Painted Wings is done. And I really was not planning on having it done this early in the year, but it's done, and I'm super stoked about it. So, not sorry for the wrinkles. I don't iron my stuff until I'm about to FFO it. And for anyone that just laughed at that statement, you should, because I have yet to FFO anything. Hopefully that's going to be remedied in the next couple weeks, but we'll see. Anyway, so this is Painted Wings by Kathy Barrick. I stitched it on the called for 36 count vintage pear linen, and this is from Lakeside Linens. I just got mine off of 123 Stitch. It's originally charted in silks. I can't remember which brand. In silks. And I did it in the DMC conversion that Kathy gives you. I love this so much. It just makes me so happy to look at it. So the words at the top say, painted wings that flutter high to touch the sun and kiss the sky. And then there's alphabet there where they skip the letter J. But that's fine. It's okay. So there's no J there for me to highlight. And then down here it finishes the alphabet, and you can see that I changed up the positioning and the color for the Z and the R, because those are my initials, so I switched them to be in the right order. And it just so happened that both of them had two like characters at the edges, so it was perfect. And they were the same width. It was literally perfect. Yeah, I really enjoyed stitching this border down here, both the black X's and the diamond part. That was just really soothing to stitch. What else? The L and the D here in the middle are Ladywing designs, and I changed the year. Yay! So this is going to be one of the first things that I frame for myself. What else? I stitched it 2 over 2, 36 count. Yeah. So painted wings. Where was I stacking these? Okay. And then the next thing is one that y'all haven't seen at all. Well, you haven't seen it since the whip parade that I did at the beginning of the year. So this is Spring Beauty from Barbara at Pedal Pusher. I got this from an auction that I won last semester that Michelle Bendy was doing for the Alzheimer's auctions. Fundraising. That's the word that I meant. So I made sure that I won this auction because I really wanted it. It was for an entire kit. So there are 4 patterns, one for each season. And then Barbara had the fabric, which she kindly dyed. So this is 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco, and I love it because this is the only piece of coffee tea dyed fabric that I have, and it looks amazing. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of 14 count at all, but I really like this 28 count, even, and this is even weave because it's Monaco. Yeah, I like this. Granted, it's dyed, so you know it's probably shrunk a little bit, but I really liked it. So this, I'm trying to make sure it's all on screen here. So this is Spring Beauty, and I did it all in the called for DMC. So that's what I was trying to finish saying earlier. Barbara sent the patterns. It was 4 patterns, or she donated the 4 patterns, the fabric, all of the called for flosses. It was a huge bundle of floss. And there was a needle minder as well. So, like I said, here's Spring Beauty. And it was super quick to stitch. I hadn't touched it this year until I picked it back up here in September. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't, because it would have been done a long time ago. It was really quick. These are all smalls. I think it's 90 something by, it's 90 by like 60, I think. 60 something. So super small. And you know, it's not full coverage, so yeah, I loved it. And each scene, each pattern for the seasons focuses on this view. So we're watching how everything changes around these 2 houses. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And that got used. So all 3 of these pieces that I have finished and I'm showing you, or actually every piece in this episode that I'm showing you, They all got used for Dodgeball with Semi-Sane Stitchers. That is a Facebook group that is linked in the show notes. And I used it for Dodgeball. So the basic concept, it's basically Dodgeball, but instead of going to a gym and, actually playing, we are stitching. So you stitch a certain number of stitches to earn a ball, which you can then throw at someone on the other team, and they have so much time to get so many stitches in order to dodge your throw. Yeah, I'm already out. I got out last week. I didn't feel like stitching one night that I had to dodge, and then didn't have time the next morning. But I was totally okay with it. Dodgeball, while it did help me get these 3 finishes, it also kind of killed my stitchy bug, because I was trying so hard to stitch for balls and help my team out. So did kind of kill it for me. Plus, it's fall now, y'all. It's September. Whether or not the weather knows it, it's September. It's fall. So my knitting mojo is back naturally. Did I say everything I wanted to say about that? I think I did. Yeah. So the next finish. Oh crap! See, I tried to get everything like back with it after I did that first recording, and I didn't because it's right here in my face. I'm missing stuff. So this, and I need this. Okay, so this project, let me show you the project first, is Lizzie Kate, another snippet. So this is Whine a Bit, and it says, "Whine a bit, you'll feel better." You probably will. So I stitched this up. It took me, I think I actually worked on it 4 days, but I just wasn't really stitching a ton and giving it a lot of focus. I had other things to do. So it's really quick. I think the longest part was up here with that cream background, but even that really didn't take that long. So this is charted for Weeks Dye Works, General Arts, and Crescent Colors, which would now be Classic Colorworks. I wasn't doing that. So they give you a DMC conversion, and then I did a conversion off of their conversion because I went stash diving. So that is also on the blog, and that's what it looks like. And then I just added my signature, just the initials this time, to the wine bottle label because there was nothing charted to go on there. So this is 2/2 on 30 count baby's breath linen from Weeks Dye Works. I ordered that off of 123 Stitch. So that's that. No, this goes up here. So in the last recording, I had to take the project and stuff out of this bag, so I remembered to say it. But this is actually a little bit of retail therapy. Those of you that watch Sunshine Stitchers, their Flosstube here on YouTube, one of the Sunshine Stitchers is Gary, and he and his partner Ronnie have Garon toten bags. I'll spell that on the screen here. So they make project bags, and this is a little notions pouch, but they also make bigger project bags, and they make grime guards, and they're fabulous. I've heard only good things about them. This is the only Garon toten bag that I have so far, but I'm okay with that. I'm definitely going to get more. So Ronnie did this basically special edition bag for his birthday. They were donating all the proceeds to St. Jude, and I grew up an hour from Memphis, so we hear a lot about St. Jude, and there are definitely fundraisers there all the time to help donate and support them and all of that. So I wanted to get one of these bags, and I love the handprints on them, And then the inside fabric is Happy Birthday fabric because it was for Ronnie's birthday. And like I said, it's just a little notions pouch. But this is the perfect size for a Lizzie Kate snippet, y'all. Look at that. It's perfect. And because it's a snippet, it didn't have that many colors in it. So I had all my floss in here, my conversion, scissors. And then I would put my needle minder right here on the bag. And then when I close it, it's covered by the flap. So it was great. I took this to work one day and stitched when I shouldn't have been, but whatever. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about that. I really love this bag. I had it sitting on the table because I need to clean it out. Okay, and that was all of my finishes. Yeah, so next we're going to move right along to whips. And let's, whoa, don't do that. Okay. So the first one, I only have two because everything that I've been touching, I've been finishing. So I worked on those 3 finishes this month and they're done now. And then my 2 whips. So one of them is, is Hogwarts Castle. This is a pattern from I Cross Stitch Pattern on Etsy. It's no longer available on there to purchase. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you to do or where to get it from. But yeah. What else was I going to say? 16 count white Aida. I'm doing 2/1 full cross. Grime Guard from Silver Moon Sewing. So this is actually perfect. This is the needle minder that Barbara sent with that kit that I was just telling y'all about with Spring Beauty. This is the needle minder that she sent. So for Hogwarts Castle. So I talked about Dodgeball. I was using this. A lot of us, we had a project that we worked on to earn balls to throw, and then a lot of us had a separate project for dodging balls that were thrown at us. So I had this project, and last time I told y'all, like I had worked part of this page and then come up here. So there are kind of 3 different sections to this page. There's 939, one of the colors, one of the DMC colors, 939. So that was most of up here, and all of this that you see, pretty much all of this, is 939. Then the second part is a few little ninja stitches in different colors. Those have all been done. And then 823, which I have already started using, and all the rest of the page, literally the rest of the page, is 823. So I'm just filling in with that now. You can see I've started doing that up there at the top. I have these 2 strands here. I'll flip to the back. Oops, sorry. I never really show the back of this one, but that's what my back looks like. Pretty neat, because most of this is just color sections, so giant blocks of color in the sky. But anyway, so these 2 strands are still connected right here. You can see I have them floating over in the back. I usually don't do that, but I did on those 2 because, let's see if I can, because you can see it's just 3 stitches right there, and there's nothing really to weave into besides those 3 stitches, unless I carry it all the way back up here, but I'm not going to do that. I could have, but I didn't. And then this stitch is a different color. It was one of the ninja stitches, and it's just that one stitch, so this is for that stitch. And I pulled this one for the 3 back this direction and pulled this one this direction. So when I get down here with the 823, I'm just gonna, naturally it'll happen anyway, but I'll just make sure that I work over those ends in the back, and that'll take care of those. So I think that's everything I wanted to say for Hogwarts Castle. Yeah, I really need to get back to working on it so that I can finish that page, especially since it's all just one color now. Okay, so that was one of my whips, and then the other whip is in my one of my first Love You More Studio Co sleeves, one of the first ones I ever got. It says creativity is messy, and I'm very creative. And if y'all could see my between the craft corner, which always looks like a tornado's been through it, and the retail therapy situation over here is, yeah, super messy, y'all. So in this sleeve, I have my giant piece of 16 count Ada, which has 2 projects on it, unashamedly. So, I worked on Autumn Tree just for a couple days, and not much work on either day, but it's seen some progress. So since y'all last saw it, I think I was up here. I don't think I'd done the bottom of this leaf just yet, or I just like finished making the shape of this leaf. So I picked it up one day. Both of these times were to dodge for Dodgeball. Picked it up one day and did like all of this and a little bit into here, and then picked it up the next day and kept going, and the last thing that I did was this long line here that goes across. So I'm still working on the background, which that is my goal. I'm just going to finish the background first and then go back and fill in the tree and the dirt and all of that. Yeah, so not too much progress since I last showed it, but there it is. So this is Autumn. I call it Autumn Tree so that I know what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to. But the name of the pattern is Autumn, and it's from Diana Shop Ukraine. She has a tree for each season. 16 count white Ada. I'm using all the called for DMC. I think that's everything about it. Pretty simple. Like I said, not much work done on that. That became my Dodge project slash Stitch for Points, Stitch for Balls project right at the end. My mojo was already starting to disappear, so not much progress on that. And that's all my whips. So, next, I think this is what I did next. Okay, so in the last episode, sorry, I don't need to click on this, but I am. Okay, so in the last video, I did a giveaway for a Lizzie Kate snippet, and I haven't uploaded that one yet, so y'all haven't seen it as I'm sitting here recording. So hopefully next video, at least that giveaway I will be able to announce and tell y'all. So yeah, but anyway, some of the retail therapy that I have gotten was donated, and then I had some cross-stitch magazines that I didn't have anything in them I wanted, so I'm going to give them away. So anyway, all that to say, we're about to do some giveaways. Please leave a comment below if you would like to enter for these. Don't say giveaway, don't say free. It's if you've watched Michelle Bindi or other people, because I know a lot of people do this, kind of use that method. I'm gonna, tell you what to say down there, and then I'll go in and search for those comments, random number generate, and that's how we'll pick a winner. So, like I said, don't say giveaway, don't say free. Yeah. Okay. So, let's do the patterns first. So, summer is almost gone. So excited. I just need the weather to cooperate. It's almost gone. So this is Scuba Duba from Raise the Roof, and that's what the pattern looks like. It's an underwater scene. So please say I would like to stitch the beach, B-E-A-C-H. I would like to stitch the beach. And then this one, because Halloween is almost here, everyone's getting ready for Dark October stitching, so perfect timing. This is from, I'm guessing maybe it was a series, Halloween Silhouette, and this one is Witch's Pets. So just say I would like to stitch the witch, W-I-T-C-H. Okay, and the last one is going to be a magazine. This is Just Cross Stitch, February 2019. So I will do just a quick little flip through of some of the stuff that's in here. If you want it below, please just say I would like February. So beach, witch, and February are your keywords. So this, if anyone's looking for the start of this series, there are 5 of them. This one has the first one, and I have 4 out of 5 of the magazines that have this in it. So you know, you can try to put your name in for all of them that I have. I have 4 out of 5. This little piece, there's some hardanger in here. There's this piece. This looks like it's a ton of different embroidery stitches, and it with some cross stitch over in there. So there's that. There's this little needle book, and yeah, it's a little biscornu and a scissor fob. It's the piece on the cover. So the piece on the cover, and then there's this with this little scissor fob. You know, just a quick little flip through if you are interested, because I know you know, for me, if I see one thing that I want, like, it's worth it. But there's that. There's this rose, which is super cute. I like that. I actually really like it. Oh well, it's already being filmed as a giveaway, so it doesn't matter if I want it or not. This little bookmark. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There are a couple of other things in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's this. I'm going to show this because this is just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. I love that. So, yay. Yay for giveaways. So, Beach Witch February. And I will be announcing those on either the next one or episode 15. Just depends on how much time has elapsed between then and now. Okay, we did that. So let's move on to Craving It. I have a piece. So I finished Painted Wings, and I was like, okay, do I have any projects that are just lying around that need a project bag? And I don't think I did, because no project went in it, so I'm guessing I didn't. And then I was thinking, you know, Painted Wings was in that bag, and I really love that project bag. I really, really love Painted Wings. why don't we put another really great project that I'm super in love with in there? And I've been wanting to start a bunch of projects, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next month for Dark October. I don't know. I really don't. um, and then, oh, I just got an idea, another idea. And then I have a bunch of charts that I really have been wanting to start for my birthday in November. So I took one of my options away. This was supposed to be my birthday start. I've been holding it all year from starting it because it was going to be a birthday start, but I just can't wait anymore. And, you know, I finished Painted Wings. I finished 2 other projects. I might as well have a new start. So I finished winding my floss for this morning, actually, and I think that's what I'm going to start on next, just to make myself happy, because yeah. Thank goodness what I wanted to be doing right now is not time sensitive, but, you know. So this is going to be my treat for today. We get to start this. So this is Cardinal Points from Long Dog Samplers. I have, this is one of my unicorn charts. I have wanted to stitch this since I first saw it, whenever that was. And I bought it earlier this year, and like I said, I was going to save it and let it be my birthday project for November, but I'm thinking about possibly starting a full coverage then. I don't really know. Or working on a full I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Honestly, I have no idea. But like I said, I finished Painted Wings and I felt like it was time. So I went yesterday and sat at Michael's getting all of my floss ready. And this is my floss list. And I wound all my bobbins and everything. So this project bag, I will show this stuff off. This is a project bag from Pretty Southern, Linda Jo. Elephants on it, and it's a vinyl front. And then I'm keeping my floss in the fabric once it's cut and everything. It'll probably get just stuffed in here. So this is one of my latest floss buddies from Bags Plus, and that's how you spell it, with the Z. So this is from Bags Plus via Michelle Bindi, because she's the U.S. distributor. And it's Alice in Wonderland fabric. So, yeah. So I have my flosses ready. I have 2 missing over here. One of them, so the pattern is charted in all Gentle Arts, and they don't give you a DMC conversion, so I went searching for the DMC conversions to the guest threads, which you can just Google Gentle Arts to DMC thread conversion, and you can do that for Weeks, for Crescent Color, or Classic Colorworks. Yeah, there's probably one out there for it. Or Silks, because I've done Valdani's before. Anyway, so I did that conversion, and some of them, because, you know, it's variegated floss, they give you multiple colors, so I had to sit down at Michael's and pull out all of the variables and be like, okay, you know, switching things around. And then I completely was not thinking to take the pattern with me so that I could look at what colors were supposed to go where and see if, based from the picture and the threads, like, you know, what I would like and all of that. I didn't think to do that. So I had to come home and do that, and one of them is a color that I'm going to switch out now for the other suggested color. So that's one, and then the other one they didn't have, but I have all my threads, and I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited. So I'm all ready. Except, well, okay, I guess I'm not ready. So this is the fabric that I got yesterday. So just like Autumn Tree and that other project that's on there, you saw it was on a giant piece of Aida. So that's a 30 by 36 piece of 16 count Aida. And they also sell them that big of a cut of fabric for 14 count and 18 count, maybe for 11 count. I can't remember. But yeah, so I got a 30 by 36 piece of 18 count white Aida, which the pattern actually on there in the materials, it actually says 18 count Aida, so you know, whatever. I wanted to do it on 36 count linen, but I just don't have honestly, I didn't feel like waiting for the linen to get here. I was supposed to start yesterday and I haven't, which is why this is Craving It and not Whips. So yeah, I didn't want to wait on the linen, and I figured it would save me a little bit of money if I can go get it out of the store. I got 40% off of the fabric too, so you know, only paid $4 for it. So that helps a lot. So I just went with Aida. It'll be fine. And I looked on Instagram at someone who had done it on Aida, and it looked just as beautiful, you know? Like Aida, which I don't think this way at all. I love stitching on Aida, but being that I love stitching on linen also, sometimes I have to remind myself, like, it's okay to stitch on Aida. So, anyway, that's Craving It. It's coming up probably right after I finish filming this because, yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm gonna run through books really quick and hopefully shout outs as well, and then we're gonna get into this retail therapy because there's a good bit of it over here. So, books. The ones that I finished months ago, multiple months ago, so we're just gonna run through. I'm not gonna be doing any, you know, big synopsis. In the show notes, all of them have Goodreads linked. Goodreads, yeah, their Goodreads page for the book is linked in the show notes. So go there, read the synopsis, all of that. So first one is City of Bones. My copy's over there and I'm not getting up, so picture. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This was my third time reading this book, so yeah, I love it. This is one of my absolute favorite series. I highly recommend the movie that they did. It's The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. I've never watched the TV show Shadowhunters, but it doesn't look good, and I have heard from people that have read the books that it's not the greatest. Granted, I've never heard what people think about it if they haven't read the book, so you might like it. I'm just saying, from a reader's point of view, yeah, you know. And like I said, I've never watched the TV show, so I can't say anything from personal experience, but I highly recommend the movie. The movie was really good. Yeah, so if you haven't read this series, it's YA, it's fantasy. Shadow hunters are basically the people that hunt those that live in the shadows. So the werewolves, the vampires, the witches, warlocks, demons, all of that stuff. It's super good if you're into that realm of books. And there are 6. Yeah, there are 6 in this series. She has a spin-off series that's all the same stuff but historical fiction. Also love that series. There's a lot. She did a little like companion novel series collection thing. Like there's a lot happening. I really like Cassandra Clare. So I finished that. I think that was back in May, June. It's been a while. The next thing that I finished was an audiobook, Tea, Tiramisu, and Tough Guys by Harper Lynn. So this is the second in the series. I'm pretty sure that I talked about cappuccinos, cupcakes, and a corpse before if I didn't go through the Goodreads link for the second one, and you can get to the series and all of that. I think I talked about it before though. So I listened to this on audiobook. I borrowed it from the library, and it was really good. It's another, these are quick fluff reads for me. I think they are in general. They're pretty good. It's mystery. So this one was, I liked, just like the last one, I really like the mystery aspect of these. Some stuff about the characters is not my favorite. I think I gave this 3 stars. But, it's good. It's decent. If you need just something quick and light to come in between books, I highly recommend these. And I'm hoping that eventually my library will get the next few so that I can keep listening to them, at least for a little bit. Like I said, the characters sometimes just do stuff that is super aggravating, but they're fictional. And those aren't YA. They don't have like anything super adult in them, but they're not YA fiction. Okay, so the next one that I actually finished, Earth Sim by Jade Carrion. So this is my second time reading this book. I was asked to read this when I guess it had just come out, maybe, I don't remember, but I got an advanced reader's copy of this book. That's how I first heard about it years back when I was still book blogging and all of that. So it is, I don't really know if it's futuristic. It seems pretty futuristic. When you start reading, you'll kind of understand why I'm not quite sure what to call it. I guess I could have looked at Goodreads, but anyway, the basic premise is there is a main character, Jim, and I think her name's Jim. Oh, anyway, so yes, it is. It's Jim, I'm pretty sure. So she and Kerr, her class partner, they're in a class basically where you're learning about world and planetary management. So they walk in, it's a giant solar system basically set up. They have a planet that they're assigned to, and they're supposed to make it the best planet, So anyway, their planet is basically Earth. It's super cool if you're like, oh, how did this happen? And like, what's the cause behind this? And blah, blah, blah. It's just a fun way to look at the world. I really love it. So that was my second time reading the book, and I'm really glad that I reread it. There were a couple things that I did not remember the way that they happened at all in the book. So it's a good quick read. It's not a really long book, so I highly recommend that one. And then the last one that I want to talk about is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. So this one I also listened to the audiobook, but I did not finish it before my loan was up at the library. So I think I only got about halfway or a little over halfway, but I can fully say you need this. You need this. Oh my gosh, especially if you are a Gilmore Girls fan, which I imagine that's what most of the people who want, or yeah, I mean most of the people that want to read this are probably Gilmore Girls fans. Let's just be plain and honest about it, because it's Lauren Graham, Lorelai. Like, come on. But you're definitely going to want to listen or read. I will be buying a print copy of this book because there are pictures in there that I really want to see, and I want to finish the book. But so she says in the book that she, like, throughout the career of filming Gilmore Girls and all that, she never gone back and watched any of the episodes. So for this book, she actually watched all 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls, and she gives you like quick summaries and overlooks and fashion and what she was thinking, and all of this for the 7 seasons of the show, and it's just epic. And apparently there are like teasers for the revamp that they did with A Year in the Life. Now, obviously, you know, she released that book after A Year in the Life came out. I'm assuming. I never checked the dates, but I'm assuming. Uh, or, you know, close to it or something like that. But I didn't get that far, so I'm not sure. But yeah, it's super good. It's funny. She talks about her start with her career, you know, kind of the standard celebrity, like, you know, let me tell my story. But I love those kinds of books. I love learning about people's lives, and where they've come from. You can learn so much from someone's experiences. So I really enjoyed it. I laughed my ass off, y'all. So highly recommend, highly recommend. And the audiobook, she read herself, so it was even more perfect. Yeah, so super recommend that as well. And that's all for books. So let's get through these shout outs really quick, and then we're going to do resale therapy. So I think that this is, I'm not going to say that this is everyone that I've started watching since the last time I did shout outs, but it's most of them. Yeah, you know, I'm going to try to keep catching people. If I think I didn't mention them, I'll mention them later. But new floss tubes that have been new to me that I've started watching. Megan at Stitching May, Lisa, Jenny, and there are a couple more whose names I cannot remember. They're all the Shady Tree Stitchers. They're in Australia. Vicky from Reading and Stitching. So she's the headmistress of School of Magical Stitches and Literature. Okay, I don't remember if it's Joanne or Joan. I'm thinking it's Joanne because there are 2 N's here. Desert Stitcher, and all of these channels will be linked in the show notes. Vicky from Stitchin' Button. Carrie from Carrie and Stitches. And Ellen from Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. So those are all some wonderful women. Yeah, they're all women. So yeah, check them out. I don't know why I just closed this. I need this list. But yeah, go check out those channels if you need new people to watch. Okay, so retail therapy. I don't think there was anything else on this side. I'm just gonna go through the stuff that's sitting over here because I have a list, but the list is not gonna help me at this point. Okay, so I got contacted by a really nice viewer so Shalonda, I didn't ask if you wanted to be anonymous or not, so I'll just say your first name. But thank you so much for thinking of sending some stuff. So the cross-stitch patterns that I did for the giveaway earlier are from Shalonda, and I kept 3 for myself, and the rest I'm going to do giveaways with. And then she sent cross-stitch patterns, but she also sent knitting books, which are stacked down here. So just thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. So the 3 that I kept from what she sent me, because there's some things that are super cute and I loved, but I know I'm not gonna have time to stitch everything in my life. I'm still buying patterns for me, you know? Anyway, so the 3 that I'm keeping, I'm super excited about. So, Jardin Privé, I finally have a pattern of his. This is Quakers Halloween. I'm super excited about this. I'm not big into Halloween stuff. I know, I literally just said that. But I love geometric patterns, and I really love Quaker designs with the Quaker motifs. And this one's not, like, it's Halloween, but it's not crazy in your face Halloween, I think, because of the Quaker motifs. So I'm gonna stitch that up. I really like this. Yeah, so that's one. And then, oh my gosh, y'all, she sent a copy of one of the jars, mason jars, from Hands-On Design and Priscilla from the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. So I'm super stoked. So this is the Harvest jar, and I'm not gonna do the jar because when they came out, I wasn't super drawn to them. So I'm not gonna do this jar, but I am gonna do this small that comes with it. And I think I would like it turned into a pillow like that as well. So I'm gonna do this small piece here. Super excited about that. And then the last one is Uber Turkey from Bent Creek, and I think it's fairly obvious why she sent this one. So it says count your blessings there at the bottom with this gorgeous turkey and his super tall hat. I'm really excited about this, y'all. Yeah, so that's gonna be really fun to stitch up. So thank you, Shalonda. I'm super excited. Okay, I gotta make room here. So I got sometime, I don't know when, anyway, like 2 months ago now. Maybe. Anyway, this is Just Cross Stitch August 2019. And out of this, there's only one thing that I want to stitch in this. And that is this pattern. I guess that's the whole pattern name. So Butterflies Morphidae. It's butterflies. And I probably will do the blues. Down here it talks about the Morpho. Oh, it just says category. So anyway, the Morpho category characterized by blues and purples. So I'll probably keep them in the blues and purples. I like those colors. So, you know, I gotta stitch that. When I was doing a flip through to see if I wanted anything in this magazine, that's the only thing that caught my eye. So, keeping it for that, and then I'll probably also give it away. Last episode I mentioned Amy. Her Instagram is at Amy Heinlein, and she had some D-Stash stuff that she wanted to give away. She had messaged me on Ravelry once, and, you know, asked how I give stuff away and all of that. So there's still stuff on her Instagram. Go there if you haven't already. See if she has some stuff you'd like. You might have to scroll down just a little bit because she did post them a little while ago. But she so sweetly sent me this just as a thank you for announcing, because I said, you know, yeah, you know, I'll mention it on the Flosstube, and she so sweetly sent me this. So it says welcome, and you can stitch it. So it's the same thing. It's just without the butterflies that are hanging. Like this one's hanging off the edge, and all of the other ones. So it's just without those. That's what the bottom is. I'll probably stitch it with those butterflies, maybe. I feel like I probably will, and I'll probably just bring them all closer to the word welcome, because, like, these, they're not attached to anything, right? So I could really just shift them downwards as long as I know they're not gonna hit anything, hit the other stitches. So thank you, Amy, for that so much. It's right up my alley. It's butterflies. Okay, this I got from 1884 Stitchery, McKenna. She had some new patterns, and she posted about it on Instagram, and I had to have this. So it's a sampler. Oh my gosh, it's a sampler, y'all. Y'all know I'm not big into samplers, but every once in a while I find one that I really, really like. So it's called Sampler Hope, and it's from Stitches Through the Years. I love it. And it says, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And then it just has at the bottom, Hope, Emily Dickinson, and I don't know what year that's supposed to represent, but there's a year there. I'll probably find some way to change it to 2019. Probably. I wonder if that's the year that she wrote those words, or that they were published, or what so have you. Maybe? I should look that up before I change it, but anyway. So I got that. Oh, I just love this. There are some beads on there as well. I probably won't do the beads. I might. I probably won't, but I might. I'm gonna save that. Actually, I'm not. I feel like I already showed this. Maybe I didn't. It's written on here, so I guess I didn't. This is from Lindy Stitches. Did I already talk about this? Anyway, I got this back when it first came out. I had to have it. So this is A Stitch for Sweet Freedom from Lindy Stitches. I still can't decide if I'm going to do the girl or not. I just don't want to stitch that flag, and she's huge. It's going to take, like, proportion-wise for the stitching, it's going to take so long to stitch her versus the words. Yeah, I just don't know. Plus, I bought it for the words. So, yeah. And then when I bought it, I got this from Threads Entwined. So when I bought it, she also included this little 5-gram skein of, or 5-yard, excuse me, 5-yard skein of Caterpillar, which is one of the called for colors, but I think I'm just going to use it for the words, I think. So that's that. Vicky Stitching Button. I don't know if there's anything else in here. I guess I should open it first. LOL. Vicky Stitching Button. We're on Virtual Stitchers a good bit of the time together. And I had talked... Sorry, y'all. That was loud, I'm sure. We had talked about beading. So she sent some beading needles, and there's a needle threader in here. Cool. So I'm not going to show that. It's just beading needles. For when I get back to my Mirabilia, because I'm going to have to bead her. Okay, scissors. Sorry. I told myself, hey, you should probably open this, take the pattern out, but I totally didn't think about that. Sorry in advance for the noise. Okay, so this is from another person that I get to hang out with on Virtual Stitchers, Glenna. And we were talking about nutcracker patterns, because she was working on one day, and I love nutcrackers. Not that I have any, but I love them because I used to dance, and the Nutcracker is my favorite ballet, / the only ballet I've ever seen performed, / the only sweet music that I have completely memorized. Anyway, ooh, it's almost that time. That's the only part of Christmas I get excited about, because then it's time to listen to the Nutcracker. That's about it. Yeah, so she sent me Nutty Parade, and this is from Turquoise Graphics and Designs. Yeah, so I'm super excited. The Nutcracker pattern that she was working on, it's huge. It's a lot of stitching. So this one is smaller, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be really fun to stitch those up. So that is that. Okay. No, that goes here. That's all that stuff. Okay, so next, this is the last geek pen that I ordered. I actually need to look at their stuff and see what's on there now. So, you know, they were doing a bunch of the Avengers ones right after Endgame came out in the theaters. So this one is, oh, it just says geekpens.com down here. So maybe they came up with this one and didn't have an artist for that, like didn't get it from an artist. But it says I Love You 3000 and has Iron Man on there. And if you haven't seen Endgame, go watch Endgame. I Love You 3000. Okay, pen. I need to put that down there. Okay, and then this pen I got from the Love You More Studio Wonderland box. I got this pen in there, so it says Beautiful Pandemonium. Love it. Whoops. So that's that. I can't remember if I was going to show y'all more stuff from that box or not. Because that Wonderland box is one of the things that I got. I know that I have a picture of the stuff that I got in it because I took a picture, so I'll pop that in here so you can just kind of see everything. One of the things was this candle. The scent is Jabberwocky. I love it. I've already used it a couple times. I used it like right after we got it. So there was that. There's a scarf in there. There's a mirror, a looking glass. There's a cake mix, and which I need to find. Where did I put that cake mix? There was a tea in there, which I told my mom she could try, and then she just put it in her pantry. So whatever. I don't drink tea anyway, so it's fine. But I was not giving it to her. So that's in Tennessee. But anyway, there were, I've already put the picture up by now, and there were 14 things in that box. It was super worth it, y'all. And one of those things was Bindy's Alice's Mad Plant pattern, which y'all have seen because I already stitched it up. Yeah, so speaking of Michelle, there was just a big box of stuff that she needed to send me. It was a giant box because I had Bags Plus stuff. There was some stuff she wanted to send me. So I had D-Stash stuff. So there was just a lot. It was a giant box. So one of the things that she sent me is, I don't know what the heck this is, but it's totally something's gonna get finished on this. I don't know when, because it's conveniently holding part of a 3371 cone, so DMC 3371. She got a cone of 310 and a cone of 3371, so here's part of the 3371 cone. And now I have a peel because she kept it there to keep the end of the floss, in order. So, yeah, eventually, whenever this is empty, or maybe I'll move this to something else, I'm going to use this for something, a wall hanging or something, because that would be cool to finish something on. So she sent that. And then D-Stash wise, okay, D-Stash, I got We Dance from Heart in Hand, and it just says Shall We Dance on there. I have a plan for that, but we won't talk about it right now. And then this is one of the first patterns that ever made it onto my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list. So when I saw she had it, I was like, I need that, because then I don't have to buy it off of there. So this is Friendship from Little House Needleworks. It's part of their Little Sheep Virtue collection. This is number 9. So I love that. The little sheepies. So cute. She also had these buttons, and I actually got this for knitting purposes. So buttons. Okay, so she sent me another of her yarn kits that she got to knit the shawl for this. I still have to finish the other one. I literally looked at it the other day. I'm trying to decide right now whether I'm just going to start over because my gauge has changed. It's been sitting so long and my gauge has probably changed. So I don't really know yet. I need to figure that out. I might just start over with the same needle. Plus I had to rip back some where I was anyway, so I got some figuring out to do for that. And this is the next one, which I really love these colors. And the next one has beads. That's what you're hearing moving around. And I've never done beading and knitting, so that's going to be fun. I'm super excited to figure that out. Okay, and then the Bags Plus stuff. So, what else did I get? So, Bags Plus, I got the red folded floss buddy that y'all saw with cardinal points. Oh, I was like, I got another thing from Bags Plus, and I couldn't remember what. So, I got another floss buddy flip, and I love this one because it has the Velcro on it up there, so you can keep that fairly closed. You know, the giant things won't come out of it. But I love this scissor fabric. So, yeah, I had to order one of these. I think I ordered one. But anyway, I got this. And it's, like I said, it's one of the flips. So it has 45 pockets on this side. I was using this for my to-do list, and my mom wants me to stitch. I need to tell her to buy that fabric already so that I can put this up. Or maybe I'll just buy the fabric and she can pay me back. But anyway, I have to stitch a second version, so these flosses are still in here. But yeah, I got that Floss Buddy flip. And then I also got, of course, well, I'm not going to move all that stuff, but I got this giant bag. So this is Alice in Wonderland themed. So I've always loved Alice in Wonderland, and then it has this blue fabric. I've always loved Alice in Wonderland, but yeah, I think right around the time where Michelle showed us, this was, I don't know how many floss tubes ago. This was before she messed up and deleted the whole channel. But probably around the time that I started watching Michelle, and I remember one episode she showed us her Alice in Wonderland wall that she has, and it just made me remember how much I really loved Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, we're back on that. So yeah, I feel like there's been an Alice theme happening in my life lately, but I'm not mad about it. So I got this giant bag. It says, I gave myself good advice, but I seldom follow it. Yeah, that's my life. So I'm really excited to use this. Just need to figure out what's going in it. It'll probably be a carrying case for Hogwarts Castle from now on because I get tired of having to lug that thing everywhere. I just need to be able to carry it. Loud noise coming. Or maybe not that loud. Anyway. Yeah, so that is that. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna show you guys. Okay, but I don't have that. So that'll be next time. Oh my gosh, y'all, I think that's it. Just over an hour. Look at that. I'm much happier with this take than the last one. Okay. One thing that I forgot to talk about this time, because I had to retake. Film, record, film, shoot, whatever. English. I'm tired, y'all. So, in the last Arbitrary August vlog, I started the video out in my bedroom, and in the background you could see Pikachu just laying there facing the wall. So when I set up to record in there, I was like, you know, maybe I should move Pikachu so it's not in the background, and then I was like, whatever. And I was gonna turn the thing to face the camera, like, you know, Pikachu's here. But I didn't want to freak some people out because I know, you know, some people just really cannot stand, like, dolls and all of that. And sometimes I can't either. So that's why it was facing the wall in the first place, so that it wouldn't freak me out. So I just left him facing the wall, and I forgot to be like, oh yeah, and look at this Pikachu. And I thought about Candace Slublover Stitches, and then sure enough, I forgot to show him off, and she commented like, how are you just not going to mention this Pikachu? So Candace, I'm mentioning Pikachu. I forgot when I filmed for episode 12 too, so here you go. I don't even remember what city I got this thing in. I don't. It was one of the beach trips that my boyfriend and I took in the last year and a half. I just don't remember which one it was. But yeah, we went to an arcade, and, you know, kind of like at Chuck E. Cheese and all those arcade places, how you, like, you turn in your tickets at the end of the night. So, um, yeah, we had enough. It was weird. There was nothing that we wanted that we had enough of the points for. So we spent most of them getting me this Pikachu, and then he had like a few left over, so we got stuff like this small stuff, you know, the little rings and little figurines and stuff for his nieces and nephews. But that's where Pikachu came from. I don't even remember. I don't know. I don't remember which trip it was. Plus, we go to arcades or someplace like that every time we go on a trip, so who knows. But that's where I got Pikachu. He just sits back there. For a while, I actually used him as a coping mechanism. Yeah, especially when my boyfriend first moved out, because he'd been living here for a while, so that was what I cuddled with. um, it worked out fine. Now he just sits there, unused. Can't help that. But anyway, now I'm just rambling. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you got some stitching done, or some resting, knitting, whatever crafty or non-crafty thing you're doing right now. And I will catch y'all on Instagram, more than likely. So until next time, happy stitching, y'all.